Can you afford a trip to New York City? The answer is very simple, and I'll give it to you in a few seconds. Hi, I am Mary Jane, and the reason I'm qualified to answer to this question is that of the last 10 months, I spent 2 traveling in New York City. So I was able to learn everything you need to know if you are a tourist on a budget in the Big Apple. So, can you afford to travel to New York City? The answer is yes. My simple rule is this: if you can afford a flight to get to New York City, you can also afford to visit the city. Good news for all the broke travelers like me then, right? Let's take a step back though. New York City is known to be one of the most expensive cities in the world. So how is it possible to travel there and not spend thousands of dollars on a vacation? Well, the complete answer to this question you can find already in my New York City budget travel guide. You can also find the link in the description below. But for the purpose of this video, the quick answer is simply by doing a little bit of research in advance and by being money smart. It's very trendy nowadays to visit Southeast Asia, for example. But when you're visiting a cheap country, everything is going to be so affordable, especially those basic things that you consume on a daily basis, like food and drinks, that you can just spend your money without even thinking too much about your budget or without even thinking how much everything costs. In New York City, you should really avoid doing that. Let's say you have been walking around Midtown for a couple of hours with your girlfriend and you are thirsty. You enter in the first pub and you order a couple of beers. And maybe you feel like going for a second round before going on with your explorations. When you go paying, you may discover that each of those small glasses of watery beer costs $10. So you end up wasting $40 in 1 hour for some stupid beer. How is it possible to still enjoy your vacation but not spending too much for such basic things? All you really need to do is to plan a little bit in advance to know where and when the deals are. And when you're there, mind the prices of the goods before you go buy them. Maybe there was a bar 2 blocks away from the pub you went to where you would have paid the half. And maybe just by waiting 15 minutes more, it would have been happy hour time and you'd have had every drink for half the price. New York City can be insanely expensive. But at the same time, the coolest thing about this city is that you can find the craziest deals if you just pay a little bit of attention. Instead of going into any restaurant that catches your attention on your way, do a little bit of research first and find convenient deals where you can find great quality food at the lower price of the average restaurants. If you're in downtown, you can go have lunch in Chinatown, where you can find amazing food for very cheap. If you're in Midtown, with a little bit of research on YouTube, you can find places where you can have a full warm meal for only $5. If you want to relax at the end of the day with a cocktail, find one of the many places that offer great deals for happy hour. Keep in mind that a tiny little cocktail in Manhattan can cost up to at least $20. I paid $17 for a cocktail more than once, so be careful. If you really want to visit New York City, you can, no matter what your budget is. And it's one of those places everyone should visit at least once in a lifetime. Speaking of what, I do recommend you 2 videos you should go watch right now. One is the New York on a Budget travel guide, where I give you all the basic infos you need to know if you want to visit this wonderful city without going broke. The second one you should check out is the one where I show you exactly how much money you're gonna spend in 1 week in New York. Here I break down all the expenses you would most likely have in 7 days in New York, based on 3 different budget options. Go check them out and remember to subscribe to my channel, cause I post new videos to help you travel more every single week. That's all for today. Mary Jane signing off. I'll see you next time. Bye.